Good evening again, it's the Whisky School. We are here for the Whisky Advent Calendar. That's right, 25 days, countdown to Christmas. Come on, Christmas. We're drinking whiskey though. That's what we've been doing for the last 12 nights. We're on bottle number 13/14. We're going to try the two together again. We've done this the last couple of times. Just made sense, it really did. They all work together, and again we've got a couple of really good bottles here, both playing around the coastal west coast of Scotland. So we're looking for some nice tasty stuff going on. We've got a blend, which is our Douglas Lane bottle. Now Douglas Lane, we've had Douglas McGibbon in the previous days, go back, have a look. So this is the parent company of Douglas McGibbon. And we've got Oyster Rock Sherry Edition. Yes, there is an Oyster Rock edition, but there's a Sherry edition, and we're going to try it today. And up against it, we've got ardbeg Wee Beastie. The Wee Beastie, 5 years old. They throw a statement on there. They're not frightened to tell us it's a young whiskey because, well, ardbeg know what they're doing. They're confident. So we've got these two bottles that are going to play against each other. Douglas Lane been kicking around since, you know, the early, late 40s. Been bottling away, been blending away. And what they do is they go to a couple of distilleries and they say, hey, can we maybe swag a couple of your barrels? And a couple of pennies exchange hands and so forth. They go with their whiskey. At this point they decide what to do with it. They're going to throw it into a different barrel. They're going to keep it maturing in that ex-oak barrel. Who knows? That's up to them to decide, and they do let us know. This one they have matured in that American ex-oak bourbon barrel, and I think we've got some sherry in there. It's a blend, so you know there's a couple of different ones kicking around. They primarily focus on this range from the islands, you know, Juras, Isla, Arran. And those ones are all the whiskies that we're going to get character coming in there. We're going to get that influence with that blend and those different tastes that come through. And then with the Wee Beastie, that is just straight out the distillery, ardbeg. It's pure, mature, 5 years, sitting in a barrel, sitting in that ex-bourbon barrel, American oak. And then, you know, just to throw in the curveball, 5 years they've thrown some other of the Wee Beastie in there into an Oloroso sherry, and then they've taken these two casks and they've just married them together. They've decided, hey, here's how we're going to get it tasting. So you really are, we're going to get that sherry influence on this one here, but definitely from the other one, you know, we're expecting sherry cask, we're expecting American ex-oak. That's going to be part of it. What strength that blend is going to be the difference on how strong it comes across. But yeah, we're down to day 13. Here she is. And we're just sticking with the same glasses, you know. This is just the easy way to do it for me. We've got the oyster. And let's just, you know, fire this one in. Let's get it in. Let's see what it's looking like. As I expected, lighter typical ardbegs, you know, they're always got that lighter look to them. Just the way that they do their whiskey. So, you know, there's really happy times ahead with 13 and 14, day 13 and 14. So ardbeg, you know, it's on Isla, so that's on the southern side, and great distillery, fantastic distillery. If you want to go there, enjoy it, you get a quick tour around, you get to see everything, you get to taste out in the mash tuns, taste that whiskey beer, which, you know, we've talked about before, and it's tasty if you like beer with smoke and peat and all that sort of stuff going on in it. And then, you know, it goes through into that distillation and then fired into these barrels for 5 years. And then, you know, the tour, you get around it, they throw you into the tasting room after it. Fabulous event, 4 whiskies, I'm telling you, 20 minutes they gave me to drink them. It was boom, 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 measures, super measures. There was no like these were house measures, and we like house measures, don't we? So we've got ourselves here the two whiskies. We're going to enjoy them. We're going to taste them. We're getting straight away, you know, typical ardbeg, a lot of maritime peat coming off there. We've got this blend of the island whiskies, a lot lighter, really much lighter. You really got to breathe in there to get those smells through. And again, you know, that young little smokiness coming through there. Even those like sweet notes. Definitely those darker fruits coming through. Again, that's sherry cask has got to be. And we expect that, you know, it's that sherry cask gives you those darker fruits, those plums maybe. Thinking plums, that's a really good one. Slight touch of dates or something, spice coming through there, and then back to here, back onto the big bowl maritime seaweed. Definitely the bottom seaweed. And those kind of finishing and vinegary, kind of sweet vinegar notes coming off that back end, and again the Oloroso sherry that we get out of that influence coming through there. Spot on. So tasting, let's just get to the tasting today. I'm all about getting into the whiskey. And that really is big, strong notes coming through at the front. You know, a little bit of citrus coming through on there, rounding off, you know, again, back to those dark fruits that we're talking about. You know, those heavier, sweeter, tartier flavours coming through. Again, influenced by that sherry barrel. And then the smoke, you know, and it's no longer just subtle on the tongue. We're getting a really heavy finish on smoke there. All those kind of embery tastes that we've had before in the previous peat whiskies, earthiness coming through there, but still keeping that slight sweet note coming through with those salty flavours coming over. Love it. And it's short, you know, it's not travelling forever. It's in, you're out, move on to the next sip. That's where I go with that one. And then onto the ardbeg. And again, straight off, just going back to those smells, those vinegar smells that I'm getting off that. And this one, creamy. Well, you didn't expect that from there. Really didn't. That first initial, just a little creaminess coming through there, pushing back through with even stronger fruit flavours. You know, we're getting deep cherries, you know, real dark cherries going in there. We've got a lot of just sea plants. It's like I'm maybe going a little bit citrusy in there. Definitely a sweet citrus. And then that sweetness that comes out of it. You know, you've got that sherry butt in there, but we're also getting some beautiful like caramelized pineapple in that flavour profile. It's, you know, a little bit of zing coming out at the end, you know, just as you chew into that pineapple that's been sitting on top of your ham. Lovely, like absolutely delicious for a young whiskey as well. You know, they're not hiding from any of their ardbeg flavours. That is just saying, yeah, this is ardbeg, and we at 5 years old stand by you, and I do as well. You know, it's a hard to get bottle these days. It's been popular, really popular bottle. This one less difficult to find. Is much about the same range of price, but this one's difficult to find these days because people just keep snapping it up. You know, they get their teeth sunk into this one, and they are going, yes, I want more of that. However, you know, if you want to go in to something that's going to give you that base, that rounded base, all those flavours coming through, you know, it's a little herbal off the front there. This one's hitting on those sweet, lovely plum notes. You know, that's kind of where you're heading towards it. Both of them, great price point, $40 odd there and thereabouts. You can find a cheaper bargain. worth a shout, definitely worth a shout. We're going to close up just on that note. You know, I would say jump on them. We are hoping to jump onto an ardbeg play off against the one the other day where we didn't know where it was, the McGibbon one, where we didn't know what distillery it was from Islay. So keep in mind, you know, that Islay ardbeg tastes are coming through. You're getting the base, you know, that's what you're looking for, is that base. Do I like the base? Yes, I'm going to buy more of it. I'm going to try other ones. Or no, well, maybe I'll edge towards this base because this base is better for me. So think about that when you're picking your whiskey, and good luck, because they're all enjoyable, every one of them. Thanks for coming again. We're going to hit it again tomorrow. Good night, and yeah, have a good one. Not long till Christmas now.